Hey everybody, it's Rod with Civil Advantage Firearms Training. I wanted to tell you about a new project that we got going on in the CCFR. It is unprecedented and it is incredibly important that you watch this video and learn about it because this is your opportunity to launch your own private advocacy campaign. What this project is, it is the creation and dissemination of explainer videos. So I want to explain what is an explainer video. I also want to tell you why we made this investment at the CCFR. And I also want to tell you how specifically to use the tactics to use this tool to create your own campaign and to make change just from your own efforts. So really important. All right, I'm going to rattle this stuff off as fast as I can. Just bear with me. This is actually quite important. All right, number one, what is an explainer video? An explainer video is really similar to a commercial. It's a highly engineered presentation using multimedia, so like animations and sound effects and a presentation and maybe other pictures and other visual and audio elements. But basically it can be anywhere from 30 seconds to a few minutes. And it is basically to present the salient or important points of a given issue or topic, right? And it's an opportunity to educate someone while you're entertaining them and keeping them engaged at the same time. So these messages tend to be highly condensed, highly effective, and very short. So the overall goal is to educate and maybe to have someone be curious enough, oh, is that really true? And then maybe follow a link and see the supporting documents so that they can actually learn something and verify if something's true or not. So really important, especially in a fight like ours. So the CCFR has already released our first explainer video, and it's on the Ruger 1022 issue. So why do we really make these things? Why hasn't anyone done this before? And how can you use it? I'm going to explain this in just a couple of experiences I've had in politics over the last 3 years. So you guys may or may not be aware, I've been involved in this firearms thing politically for about 3 years. And during that time, I've learned a few things. So here's one thing I've learned. If I'm a politician, I'm in a political party, and I have a certain issue, I want to come out with some new legislation or changes to regulation on a certain, let's say like gun control or something. And I create my new package. I've got my new legislative documents all ready. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to bring this and into the House maybe on Thursday. And all of a sudden something weird happens and the social mood changes, or a bunch of information. The public gets information and it's now circulating around out there that is going to affect my legislation. It's going to affect the way people perceive my legislation and perceive me as a politician and my political party. Maybe it's information. And now my legislation makes it look like I'm trying to pull the wool over people's eyes or tell them something that's not true. All of a sudden, there's a whole bunch of ramifications. There's a whole bunch of different factors involved, right? And this, in the past, and I've personally seen this, governments have gone, you know what, now's not the right time. And they'll just put it on the shelf for a little while until things change. So I've personally seen that. So can you stop legislation by educating the public? Yeah, you can. Can you stop changes in regulations? Yeah, you can. So that's one thing it's designed to do. So imagine if we had tools that were easy for us to share and circulating around and engage in debates and engage in education, thousands and thousands of gun owners in nice compact pieces that are very easy for people to engage and get the message across. Okay? Here's the other thing. I got into a Twitter exchange, we'll call it an argument, with an ex-politician from Ontario a couple of years ago, and it was regarding firearm registration. For an anti-gunner, because their arguments are so hysterical and so irrational, it's very easy for them to express their position in, you register your car, well, you should register your gun. So you deal with it. Like that's the level of, of opposition here, right? But for the larger public, they go, yeah, I do register my car. I guess that makes sense. So that's what we're up against. So for me to fight back on Twitter against this individual, I'm not going to use any other way to describe this person. But for me to fight back against them, it's impossible at 140 characters. There's no way that I can show him the 5 to 15 paragraphs required to say, well, here's the exact reason why registration is no good for a number of different reasons. It's impossible. But I could have easily said, oh, if you truly care about this issue, here's a link to a 2-minute video. Watch this. This is my position, and you tell me why I'm wrong. That would have been a lot easier, but I didn't have that at my disposal. Personally, on the Civil Advantage channel, I've done that with domestic violence, with firearms licensing, right? Some of the other, I think it's called the Legal Truth series. You think I'd know that, right? But the Legal Truth series, I was using those to do that. So anyway, all that to say, with these explainer videos, They're going to be on a variety of different topics. We are going to do firearm registration, why that's bad. We are going to do, is there a gun problem in Canada? We are going to do domestic violence. We are going to do, suppressors. Are they a tool of assassins, or are they a safety device, right? A health and safety device. We're going to do a lot of different topics. And this is a tool for you guys to use. Now, specifically, how do you use them? Well, you know what? Here's one strategy. Let's say you emailed your MP or you sent them a letter. I know that some people emailed and sent letters to Ralph Goodale. A lot of people did, regarding the Ruger 1022 issue. Well, now, when you got that, a lot of people got the response from Minister Goodale's office, which was just a copy of the regulation, which doesn't fit with the Ruger 1022. It's not a prohibited device. The Crown Council in British Columbia has determined that it's not a prohibited device, by the way. Now you can send back a video. Here you go, and here's a link to the actual documentation that I was talking about. So that's something multimedia, something easy for them, and that you can send to them. Now, when they open that up, they're like, holy crap, I hope this hasn't been circulating around. This makes the case pretty clearly that this is a ridiculous decision. And if there are thousands of us sharing that, and it's bouncing around everywhere, all over the internet, and people are talking about it, that can make an enormous difference on whether new legislation gets introduced or regulation gets changed or updated, right? So, that's one way you can do it. The other way you can do it is start going out into cyberspace, into social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right? Go out there and start engaging people. Get into groups and onto pages that aren't specifically firearms related. Find some anti-gun pages. And you can go ahead and you can say, well, you know what? You get into a discussion, and if they say, well, blah, 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 just like the Twitter thing, right? You go, yeah, you know what? Here's a 2-minute video if you're really interested. If you're truly committed to getting to the bottom of this, here's a 2-minute video. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Done. Now you didn't have to write 15 paragraphs. If you're going to share these links, which you should engage in your own campaign. If you're going to share these links, don't share the link to this video, obviously, because this is your how-to video. Nobody's going to care about it. They're going to be like, who's this guy with this brick background and the TV screen, right? Use the links down in the description box. So I'm going to give you 2 links. One link is to the actual YouTube video of the explainer video. If you just want to send the video, that one is on the the CCFR channel, okay, not on this channel. And the other link is probably a better one to send, which is the link to gundebate.ca that has the video in there and all the supporting documents in there as well. Okay, so those are your 2 tools to use. I would encourage you to get out there and engage in as much discussion and spread these tools out as far and wide as you possibly can. It is up to you to be the foot soldiers in this battle, okay? So anyway, hopefully you guys are excited. Hopefully you think that this is a great opportunity for you to personally get involved in this fight. If you are a CCFR member, you made this happen. That's you that made this happen. There's a lot of gun owners, millions in fact, that are sitting there on the sidelines really not doing anything. There's a small core group of people that are doing everything. Listen, if you're a gun owner and you've been sitting on the sidelines, don't worry about the CCFR. We went from 0 to one of the biggest firearm organizations in Canadian history in 14 months. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be around for the long haul. So go ahead and put your confidence in the CCFR. Go ahead and get a membership and renew it on time. And if you want to donate or just do some work for the CCFR, volunteer, go ahead and do that now. Now is the time. We still got to weather just under 3 years of an unfriendly government who's have promised to crush us further than they've crushed us already. Okay, so get off the sidelines, become a member. If you don't want to become a member, just donate or come in and volunteer. Help out in the cause somehow. Okay, if you're a member, thank you very much. It was you that made these things happen. Keep up the fight. Spread these explainer videos far and wide. Look for at least another 6 of them, hopefully within the next 10 weeks. And if you think we're doing a great job, support us in some way. Thanks for watching, you guys. Keep up the fight, and we'll see you soon.